For more on the outlook for retail investors next year, let's bring in former TD Ameritrade CEO and Executive Chairman Joe Moglia. He is also the executive advisor to the president of Coastal Carolina University and is former head football coach. Coach, good to see you. Welcome back to the show, Joe.
Glad to be here. It's been a little while. I'm delighted to be here.
We were just talking during the break, and you're saying that you were the most bullish that you've been in 18 years?
10 years.
Is it?
10 years.
10 years, okay. 10 years. A decade.
A decade.
Why?
Because of the president. I think finally we have somebody, not finally, we got somebody in the office that is pro-business. He's pro-markets. He's become, from somebody that wasn't crazy about crypto 7, 8 years ago, now he wants to be the crypto president. He wants us to be the center of the world with regard to crypto. And he's going to lower taxes. He's going to get rid of, he's going to minimize regulations. And all those things are really positive for the markets. So for those reasons, only real the concern that I've got is what takes place from a geopolitical perspective that we've got no control over. And I worry a little bit how he handles the tariffs. Might have an unintended consequence with regard to that. But as far as the markets themselves go, I am as constructive as I have been.
You're pretty active in the markets yourself. You manage a lot of your own money. And you're saying that 50% of your portfolio is really growthy stuff, including crypto, Cathie Wood kind of style investing, tech stocks. Yeah. How does this align with the view of the retail trader? Because you definitely have your pulse on the retail trader. And does your view and the retail trader's view usually align? Have you noticed that over time, or have there been differences?
I think one of the things, Melissa, that I do a reasonable job of, I think I explain things very simple to the individuals. When I ran Ameritrade, our goal was not to be the firm of choice. Our goal was to bring financial literacy to every family in this country. So we try to approach it that way. And up until several months ago, I was recommending we have a barbell. You were getting 5+% in the front end of the curve with regard to your treasuries over here. You've got whatever you think you should have over here, and you start to adjust that as time goes on. I thought that was a pretty good strategy that worked out well. I think today, if you're an individual investor, I don't know how you could be in the market and expect to have good performance if you're not involved with technology. The Mag 7 is a good place to be. There are a lot of companies out there that are technology-oriented, growth-oriented, but we can't follow up on that. I count on Cathie Wood on. And then you've got the crypto play, which I think 5 years ago or 2 years ago, that may have been overly aggressive. It's not that aggressive now. I think you've got to be involved in those 3 areas.
Coach, how would you describe the retail investor of today versus the retail investor of 10 years ago? And again, in the context of what you were doing at Ameritrade, the financial literacy, as you said, you set out to improve. Look, the tools that the retail has investor, no longer, we've always invested money. I kind of feel like that's also been part of our mandate here, is to make sure that we're talking to people that are not professionals. And there are so many places to get information, but what is today's retail investor, do you think, doing differently and more effectively than they were 10 years ago?
I think, first of all, I commended you guys for a long, long time for trying to make things understandable for the typical individual that's watching your program. Part of the reason why Wall Street makes money is because we tend to use terminology that makes it so complex we can't figure it out. It's not that complex. But so I think the individual investor today, Tim, is far more knowledgeable than the individual investor of the past. I think they have got much better risk management tools. They've got far greater liquidity with regard to the market. That doesn't mean they can't make mistakes, but they need to do. I believe that too many families in this country spend more time trying to plan their family vacation than they actually do managing their money. And it's not that complex. So I think today they're more knowledgeable. They tend to be a little bit more aggressive. And the demographics has something to do with that, too. So depending on where you are in the spectrum of life, you may not be as aggressive as you might have been 10 years ago, or if you were a different age.